Hello, welcome to CLSP Politics. Sean Briscoe speaking. This is part 5 on my Venezuela war thing that we're doing. This one's about Rubio, little Marco. So I totally called this. He absolutely lied to the people yesterday. I watched it live and I was like, this is going on my show tomorrow. I call it the Rubio agenda because he's running for president. Just in case anyone doesn't know, he's running for president in 2028. Just so we're all clear. This is what he had to say, which is just nonsense. Okay. We are going to take between 30 and 50 million barrels of oil. We're going to sell it on the marketplace at market rates, not at the discounted Venezuela was getting. The money will then be handled in such a way that we will control how it will be dispersed in a way that benefits the Venezuelan people, not corruption, not the regime. So, couple problems with that. They're not going to pull that oil out of the ground first. The infrastructure they need to even get to 50, which would be 3 times where they're at right now, it's not a thing. The oil companies are now saying they don't want to go into Venezuela because there's no cost benefit analysis. So the only way that they'll go in is if we pay for it, the taxpayers. So no, Marco, you're not going to be putting it out there at rate. We're subsidizing it. The taxpayers are going to subsidize the oil that he's then going to sell in the market, which will reduce the price globally. So it will be at a lesser rate than the current market value. And he's going to give that money back to the Venezuelan people, which I don't really necessarily have a problem with, except for the fact that that oil is a pain in the butt to get. See my previous videos about where that oil is. They've got 900 miles of pipeline that are just, they were old 20 years ago. The distillation process, dilution process, all that stuff, still completely questionable. And at the end of the day, it's the most expensive oil to pull out of the ground in the world. And Marco seems to think that with a magic wave of his wand, 30 to 50 million barrels can just be pulled out. Not likely. Also, hard pass by every, well, except for I guess Chevron, who's been in the country with a waiver from the U.S. government this whole time, and has been operating at a loss this whole time. Also wants to be recompensated. Also, as I said in my last video, the vultures, they're still circling. They want their $50 billion back. So how's that going to look? How's that going to work out? I'm curious, Marco. You're talking a good game, and yes, these are all the things I hope for the Venezuelan people. But you're the most corrupt administration in the history of our country. I seriously doubt you guys are the ones who are going to give this money out to the people who actually need it. You won't even give taxpayers their services that they paid for in this country. So I just think this is just Marco looking for sound bites for his commercials. Come, in about 13, 14 months from now, when he's running in 2028. That's what I think all this is. And also, I think, when you watch him say these words, he doesn't even look like he believes it. So, yeah. Sorry, Marco. Hard pass on that one. So what I've been watching with this whole Venezuela thing is now they're talking about Cuba and now they're talking about Greenland. Cuba is a third world country in an island. They don't have anything. We have a military base there. The regime, I mean, Castro died years and years and years ago. In fact, Obama opened up Cuba for tourism. And apparently that was really great and it all worked out really well until I guess Trump got in there during his administration, shut it all down. Because Trump still thinks it's 1950, whatever. I'm almost certain. All of this stuff is like just reminiscent of a long bygone era. The guy is like 70 years in the past. And I think this is all part of that. Greenland, my Boy Scout troop could take Greenland. I mean, Greenland also, it's one of our allies. We have full access to that entire province, and there's no need for us to take it. What I think's going on there is Russia put in the ear of Trump because Trump just does whatever the last thing he heard. And Russia was like, some advisor or something told him, Greenland would help you secure your. Greenland has nothing to do with our national security, I can assure you. And if it did, we could put anything we want on it without doing, Denmark would be like, whatever, fine, sure. You're a NATO ally. Who cares? No problem there. But what Russia would love, especially now that we've kind of opened the door on going after his shadow fleet, what Russia would love is if NATO broke up. And this is the kind of thing that could break up NATO, which is the best thing that could happen for the Russians. And I think that's where this comes from. This is somebody put it in Trump's ear, and now here we are. So the smart move for Denmark, if Trump and his, as an idiot goes in and tries to and takes Greenland, because I mean, like I said, a Boy Scout troop could take Greenland. Then Denmark would be smart just to hold its powder and keep it dry and talk about negotiations and just drag it out. Because NATO breaking up would only help Russia. And Denmark doesn't want that. And Trump won't be president. And he's already almost a lame duck right now. And once Democrats take back the Senate and Congress, that Senate and House, he's going to be in a world of trouble. So my feeling is Denmark, if I were you guys, I'd hold on to your powder for at least next 12 months. Wait till the Congress is in January, is put in early January, a year from now. And then take another look. It's 12 months. So I keep telling people about this Trump administration. It's going to be a long 4 years. But we made it through the first one. Yes, this one's worse by a lot. And it's infinitely more expensive. And we'll be well into the mid $40 trillion deficit when these morons are done. But sometimes you got to learn your lesson. And I think this is the U.S. learning it. So, we'll see. Thanks for watching. Went on a bit of a rant. Appreciate everybody. Check me out on all the platforms, but you can go to my website if you're running for office and you need some help. We do all sorts of fun stuff for campaigns. I appreciate the new subscribers and all the views. It's been really great. All right. Hope everyone has a great weekend. I'm sure some craziness will happen. Rubio will open his mouth. The Lord knows Trump's been. I haven't even gotten into Trump yet. Actually, I don't know if you've noticed on this channel, I don't report a lot on Trump because he lies like a rug and he's kind of a nonsense machine, and you report on him and he'll just reverse it 2 days later. So it's kind of a zero for me. Anyway, all right, talk to you later. Bye.